What happened?
Up it goes.
Here it comes. Adventure.
Where are they? I just got one. Just killed the other. There's a combat and a striker.
Oh yeah, maybe I'll have a
Can't do the
coffee.
chicken?
I'll make one. Is there volume
You hear
on
me,
this?
but you can't hear the
Does this
chicken.
TV have
I
volume
can
or do I need to
hear
plug
you
in
now. I couldn't hear
the
you.
monitor? Volume?
Have blue auto Scotty.
Oh, she like to turn it off. I
I don't know
don't know.
what the hell.
Hold on. Oh yeah, the volume's all the way down. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, how about
Can
now?
you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I
okay.
can.
Okay. If you want to, you can turn your camera on.
Okay.
It just kicked you from one to the other. There we go. There we go. What is up?
Alright, there we
All
go.
right. So now that we got that out of the way, let me start. We're a few minutes behind schedule.
In a 4G
That's alright.
inverted
Maybe
dive
I'll
with
have
the
a
MiG-28.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Great, ma'am.
My wife's making me a coffee.
Because you ain't.
Very nice.
There goes the storm.
Alright, since I'm in, since I'm in game channel 1, that's what I'm
Oh yeah.
Just want to manage expectations.
I just eliminated Kyle. Oh damn, I'm down to one hit point.
We ain't gonna make it. And if we swim downstream, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
No,
All right,
you
Al
know,
Bundy.
double dog. No, it's fine with me. No, I'm alright. My wife and I just dropped our kids off at my parents' house for the next
I'm a kind of a-
4 fucking days.
I just killed this side up.
I pistol up the bitch.
I just got my kill.
Is that
Where am I too low or too loud?
nice storm? Oh, yeah, boy. The people over here.
Shit.
On down. They're killing people over here.
I just got
Get down. Yeah.
What happened?
Up it goes.
Here it comes. Where are they?
I just got one. Just killed the other. There's a combat and a striker.
You can't hear the chicken? You can hear me, but you can't hear the chicken.
I can hear you now. I couldn't hear you while ago.
That blue auto Scotty.
I don't know what the hell.
Ah!
4 for 4.
What'd you win?
Oh,
No.
really?
Not a camper. He don't sniper ever.
Six or seven of them.
Really?
Yeah.
You just gotta walk? Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. That's the reason why I told you Yeah, bitch. Where's your little buddy at?
I'm just gonna go for my cold, right?
Right.
And now my mom's starting to have it. Ouch. You got my cold. There. Damn.
Fucking
You were in a 4G. Inverted dive with a MiG-28.
Yes, ma'am. Great, man. Real slick.
Because you ain't, oh, there goes the storm. Oh yeah.
Just want to manage expectations.
I just eliminated Kyle. Oh damn, I'm down to 1 hit point. We ain't gonna make it. And if we swim downstream, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Sorry, Al Bundy. No, man. I'm a coming.
I just killed this side up.
I pistol up the bitch.
I just got my feel.
Is that? Nice storm. Oh, yeah, boy. The people over here. Shit. One down. Looking killing people over here. Get down. Yep.
Hey, yes, Arcade, I can see this.
What happened?
Up it goes.
Here it comes.
I saw Alicia talking and stuff like that earlier. All right, here we go. Let's start off with a little bit of gamer goo. Gamer goo is the goo. Well, I hit the wrong one, but all right. Gamer Goo is basically you put it on your hands. It's like deodorant for your hands. Yeah, it
What?
blocks.
Baby, I need
It
Gamer
blocks
Goo.
the sweat from your hands. That way you don't get sweaty palms or sweaty fingers, and you're over here pulling gunshots and trick shots over here on Fortnite, and we know that it sweats over in Fortnite. It blocks all the sweat, so there you go. That's Gamer Goo. What's going on? What's going on? I am Trans Gamer Live, along with XBit. Now, I've known Jeff for a long time whenever his page started off as a meme page. Then later out, I found out that he played games. Well, whenever I was, a part of Big Rome's community, I got told about ADD Gamer. I got told about Wolfman, which in turn, they told me about this guy. They had a puppet. A puppet, guys. And the funny thing is they would make little comedic little bits and stuff like that, and it was fun. It was fun. He actually brought laughter to his page. Well, welcome, Jeff. Or would you like to be called El Capitan XBit?
No, call me Jeff. No, call me Jeff. Yeah, no. There was like so many nicknames
So many.
over the years, and
So
Jeff
so-
is fine. It's always been
so many years. How long? When did you start your page? I'm just trying to. I know I've been.
August 14th, 2014.
I want to say I've been a member of your page 6 years. Yeah.
Easy.
And I didn't
Yeah.
know that you started like doing gaming. When did you start doing gaming? We'll get into this later on, but when did you start doing gaming?
What do you mean, like
Live
live
streaming.
or? Yeah, live streaming. I started off on Twitch,
Oh, you start.
probably in the 2000s.
So you started off on Twitch. When?
Right, but I was getting more traction. Believe it or not, at the time, I was getting more traction on Facebook. So as soon as we figured out the Go Live concept, because we started streaming before Facebook Gaming was a thing, it was just going live
Right.
on the page. So as soon as we figured out the Go Live concept, we just started streaming. There was no stars, there was no money in it. You couldn't get advertising for going live. So that's how it all started, realistically. And then, I mean, I don't know if you got any other questions where that's going from.
No,
there, but-
it was just one of those things that, like, right offhand, it was like more of, ADD and Wolfman was like, hey, look, we got a part of the stream page. Go follow it, and then whenever I go and try to follow it, it says followed. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell's going on? How come I already follow it, and then I go into one of the XBit streams, and I'm over here, and I'm like the one of the older followers already. I'm like, what the hell's going on? How do I know this? And then I'll go back and look at some of the content that you put on there before you was streaming. I'm like, oh, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. And it just all come back to me. You was a meme page before.
Yeah. We were a meme page. My buddy Larry and I started the page in 2014, and Larry later, I would say, by 2016, Larry was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And it was basically me doing memes, but I feel like he missed out because it was about that time when Go Live started happening, and it would have been a totally different trip. But he's still doing well. His wife writes science fiction books. I haven't talked to him in years, but they're still doing fine, so that's good. And I went off and I got really lucky. I think when he left, we were at, like, I want to say probably like 46,000 followers, and by the time the stream team started, we were at about 120,000 followers, and by the time the stream team ended, we're at 259,000 followers. So that's where we live right now.
That's like mind-boggling, because whenever you go in there and you see it's like, you know, you have your plethora of regulars, and it just, I mean, it just kept on getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just like, okay, these guys are awesome. These guys, I mean, I felt at home whenever I was on your page, and
it was an interesting thing. X-Bit Gaming in its heyday was really interesting because we'd have, you know, like 150, 200 people in there, and everybody be chatting, and, you know, you'd have like, you know, somebody with a, you know, a profile picture that was more representative of a conservative side, chatting with people with profile pictures that were more representative of a middle side and a leftist side, and nobody was fighting over politics, religion, sexuality, and it was a really nice place to be. And then all of a sudden, it just got too much, and then I think everybody just started losing everybody around the time later. I think the pure destruction is Facebook Gaming, which sucks because I built the legacy on that. But it was a really great open, I don't want to say like safe space because I feel like that's such an overused word. But it was a place for everybody to go where they didn't have to worry about being who.
By the way, Alicia, thank you for the 10 bits. By the way, we'll get into the interview in just a second. That was just a little bit of the, you know, the knowledge that Jeff has. As y'all know, we do a top 10, and we have some weird news. Make sure you ask your channel point, ask your channel points. Come on now. Make sure you use the channel points to ask questions, and my mods will take down the questions, and at the Q&A time, we will answer them all. By the way, we do have a giveaway going, and for every person who gifts subs or subs to the channel, they get 2 entries. And for every person who donates 100 bits to the channel, they get 1 entry for a drawing of a $20 Amazon or Fortnite V-Bucks card.
Ooh, I might have
right? I thought about entering myself. The first drawing will be July 31st. So far, Arcade Revolution, which is one of my mods, has 37 entries.
I feel like
Remember, donate if your heart wants to. All donations are appreciated and not mandatory. Now, our top 10, since Jeff is a wrestler, or what would you call yourself? A wrestler?
Really poor enhancement talent.
Really?
Crash test
dummy.
Yeah.
So we have.
I mean, I only participated in 6 matches. And then I was in a minor car accident, and that was it.
Arcade, Thank you for the 100 bits. That's another one, so he's up to 38 now.
I'm never gonna catch up.
So let's see. Who would be your top 10?
My
Top 10 wrestlers of all time.
of all time. All right, Edge, is my favorite. Although I'm not 100% sure what I think of him now, but Edge has always been one of my favorites. Mick Foley, Roddy Piper, Dusty Rhodes, Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, but not so much now, even though he heydayed a couple years ago, but I would definitely say Chris Jericho early 2000s was incredible. Tommy Dreamer, Jake Roberts, Randy Savage, MJF. Yeah, that's it. I think that's
Which
it.
all was not on the list. Not one was on the list.
Idiot. Because they're fucking marks. That's why.
Number 10.
Who's it? Roman Reigns?
No.
John Cena?
No, actually, none of those was on the list either.
Oh, good. Thank fucking God.
Number 10, Buddy Rogers. Held two major titles. Rogers became extremely popular in the 1950s and 60s. A very flamboyant competitor with his attitude and outstanding physique, and a signature finishing move to become the first truly complete wrestler. Although he could not surpass the two top wrestlers of his era, Thesz and Sammartino,
Bruno Sammartino.
he helped elevate them and many others, playing the villain character so successfully. Bottom line, no Buddy Rogers, no Ric Flair, no Sting, no MJF.
I don't know how I feel about Ric Flair. I feel like Ric Flair is he's such a huge pop culture icon, and he's had some amazing matches. But he's no Dusty Rhodes, and he never will be.
By the way,
opinion.
in that time that you said that, Arcade donated another 200 to come up to 39.
Jesus.
And Alicia, Warrior Princess, came up to 20. Thank you for the 20 bits, and thank you for the 200 bits. Number 9, The Rock.
Okay.
9 major titles. If God created a wrestler, it would be The Rock. What do you think about that?
I don't know. Soft finisher.
Yeah, but it felt like with the finisher he had, it was more off of the Big Boss Man's finisher.
Yeah. He was amazing on the mic, especially when he was like hot, when he was doing his hot takes. He was really good. But I felt like he was kind of soft in the ring, unless he was hitting Ken Shamrock in the face with a chair.
Right, or either that, or he had the stint with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. The Mick Foley Ultimate Badge.
He knew that he could press those 3 wrestlers every which way possible, and they would just go along with it. Number 8, Andre the Giant.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair enough.
Major.
Nothing will ever be like Andre the Giant. Ever. Yeah, that's fair.
Liz, I am not for sure why Nia Jax is not on here so far. I mean, I invited her, but She hasn't commented back. She's more trying to get with. She's trying to bash MJF's head in so far. That and
She'll probably slip and injure somebody while she's doing it.
major titles held by Andre was one, but the most characteristic thing that Andre the Giant had, he had the most battle royales, the wins in his career. Yeah.
Okay. It's pretty cool.
Number 7, Bruno Sammartino. Major titles held too.
Right.
Sammartino was a dominant wrestler in the 60s and 70s. He was a massive specimen.
Yeah.
He worked out with Arnold, the Terminator, and established him as a primary title holder in the United States. He was also,
Well, what did he hold it for? Like 13 years?
I'm
total?
believing so. Yeah, he was awesome. I've watched some of his matches, and I'm like, how can anybody get, into a ring with that guy and not come out on a, gurney?
Well, you know the story about him fighting the monkey. It was supposed to be a monkey. It turned out to be an ape.
No, I haven't. Do tell.
Oh, you've never heard that story? So they used to do this. I mean, this was a thing that carnivals used to do, where it was like spend 5 minutes in the cage with a certain animal and win like literally $100.
Oh, kind of like what was in the Spider-Man movie that Tony Maguire was in.
With like
Right.
Randy Savage with that scene, bone saw. Well, yeah, basically, except for it was usually a wild animal. And so they said if you could spend whatever it was 5 or 10 minutes with the monkey, you'll be fine. He got in there, and it was actually Bob Backlund told me this story. He got in there, and it was like an ape. It wasn't a monkey at all. But he ended up pounding the piss out of the monkey, and they wouldn't pay him because he injured the monkey and they couldn't use the monkey anymore, and they wouldn't pay him, and it was a whole debacle. He ended up getting the money eventually, but $100 back then was big money.
Right? It was.
Yeah.
It was.
But yeah.
Okay, number 6. We just stepped from Andre the Giant to Bruno Sammartino. Now number 6, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Massive on the mic. Massive in the ring. I sat there and I watched Tough Enough because I had a friend that was in it, a mutual friend. Stone Cold called him Donny Osmond, which Donny Osmond's going to make an appearance on Transgamer Live's podcast in the near future. No, not the real. We're talking about Martin Casals. Yeah, Marty the Moth is going to make. I just got confirmation from it from him last night. By the way, Liz said that she would take $100 right now.
What are you saying?
So
All right. I'll give Liz.
So Stone Cold Steve Austin, yes, he was massive on the mic. He had his own extreme style of wrestling, and he came from the Sportatorium where the Von Erichs was and everything else.
Yep.
And was...
And like so overlooked his work in ECW too. I think a lot of people forget about that.
Believe me,
where he was like a character.
I followed him from then, whenever he was in Sportatorium, all the way through. I like the guy. I just, whenever, what's not to hate about the guy? I mean, he's the one that says, you know what, fuck the boss.
Right. He's put a lot of wrestlers over as well.
And I mean, and one of my favorite angles was with him and Vince McMahon. Whenever Vince was in the hospital, and he hits him with the freaking metal toilet, bedpan.
Yeah.
That was my favorite out of them all. Number 5, Antonio Inoki. Now,
okay.
I've never heard of this wrestler, but from
really?
Yeah, I mean I've never heard of this wrestler, but looking at what they had to say about him is phenomenal. He held 9 major titles. His overall record was 2,107 to 148 to 183. So, I mean, either the guy got put over or he was an absolute legend.
He must have been just a hard worker. I didn't know much. What was his era? Was it the 70s and 80s?
It says 35 years, but I'm not seeing legitimately what where what era he came from.
Yeah.
But he was also a legitimate mixed martial arts fighter too.
Always good.
No, number
big
4. It was another person that you love to hate, Bret Hart. 7 major.
Oh,
I love Bret Hart too, but he did. If you go by Dark Side of the Ring, and you got me hooked on that show. I know,
that show.
I know, you got me hooked on it. Dark Side of the Ring, Bret really got screwed, and
I don't believe it.
And it just.
I don't believe the Montreal Screwjob. I think the Montreal Screwjob was.
It was the inside job, but it was the inside job in between Michaels and basically Vince McMahon.
Nope. I think Vince sent Bret to ruin WCW.
Well,
that's what I think, and they had to make it look
well,
real.
it could have. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, man,
Got to hold on to that
Yeah.
kayfabe.
Number 3. He invented a press. His name is Lou Thesz.
Yeah.
3 major titles, longest title duration was 10 years, youngest title holder at the age of 21. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 2, Ric Flair.
Sorry.
Well, you did actually say one, the first one, but it was in one of those, it's not John Cena, it's not Hulk Hogan, it's not this, it's not, well, it is one, but we'll get to it in just a little bit. Major titles for Ric Flair was 16. He was PWI's Wrestler of the Year 1981, 84, 85, 86, 89, and 92. He's been headlining almost every promotion from the 1970s to 2022. That's
Oh, that's right. He just had a
his
match. didn't he?
final match in what was it, Nashville?
Yeah, it was it against?
Yeah, it was
Steamboat?
against Steamboat. So number,
I can't imagine that match was very good.
I mean, it's like what I got off of one of these other wrestling shows. And it's like, yeah, you know, if you had Steamboat in his heyday, Ric Flair at his heyday, that would be a good match. But who would want to sit there and watch two 80-year-olds grope each other?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only... I don't know. There's some people into some weird shit, but yeah.
You really have to have that Godfather complex.
Some kind of complex. I don't
Number
know.
one, he is also old, but he got sued and had everything taken away from him. Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, fucking Hogan.
Major titles held, 12 PW Wrestler of the Year, 87, 91, and 94. I mean, you know, whenever he was a kid, Hulk Hogan was the best thing since sliced bread, which is, I mean, Betty White is older than sliced bread, so it's got to be since sliced bread. But
Betty White should have gotten number one.
has she?
She was on Raw.
Did she get on Raw? I didn't.
Yeah, she was on Raw.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Just put Betty White instead of Hulk Hogan. Major titles held, 12.
So, I got Hogan's book, and I was living in near Boston at the time, in this little city called Medford, and there was this place called Assembly Row where they had like book signings for wrestlers or signings, like whatever. And I don't want to sound like a stan in any way, shape, or form, but I was waiting all day. It was $50, and it said sign anything, $50. My brother, for my birthday, got me a program from WrestleMania 3. It's got Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan on the cover. So I was like, oh, I really would like to get Hogan to sign it. When I got up to the front, he said, oh, dude, that's an eBay item. I can't sign it for less than $150. I was like, I got fucking $61 on me, dude. And he was like, can't sign it. And he wouldn't sign it, so now I hate Hulk Hogan forever.
Well, that's the same way that I do with Deion Sanders. I mean, Deion Sanders will not grace this. Well, I don't even think they would. But
That's all right. But we can make it sound like we're more important
Yeah,
than they
yeah.
are. We'd be like, yeah, so fuck you, Hulk Hogan, if you ever want
Yeah,
to come on my
yeah.
show, too. Fuck off.
fuck off, Deion Sanders. Fuck off.
Ooh. Hogan sucks. Is what I
Lizzie says Hogan is gross, and Lizzie also says, yeah.
He's got
So
sewed to his bandana. He also, yeah. It's disgusting. The man should just give it up.
I mean, yeah. I mean, once you, okay, here's my thing, and maybe I'm just one of those type people that just once you get out of wrestling, whether you go into the movie industry or whether you go into TV shows or whether you go into music, stay the fuck out of wrestling. I mean,
well, yeah, I mean, or just like, you know, if you're gonna, don't try to fuck. It's not like I'll fucking show you. I'm not trying to fucking fool anybody. I'm not like Brett Michaels trying to push my
what I'm
back.
saying,
You know what I mean? Like, when you're fucking bald, just call it.
What
a
I'm
day.
saying.
Why are people so worried?
What
about
I'm
that?
saying is like, let's take The Rock for a thing. Okay, he went off. He made movies. He comes back for 2 or 3 weeks. Then he goes makes another movie, and then he comes back for 2 or 3 weeks. Then takes off for 8 years. Comes back. Makes another movie. Comes back to Raw.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. I mean, if you're gonna,
I mean, yes and no. That guy's a hard worker, but I think The Rock got massively humbled at the Royal Rumble when Roman Reigns went over and the whole place booed him. That was pure joy for me. because The Rock is like, oh, everybody's supposed to love me, and he's getting fucking booed because everybody detests Reigns.
Right, and
I thought
and-
it was genius.
and let's take Cena. Cena went and did movies. Cena went and did TV shows and stuff like that. And then you want to come back for 15 weeks? Where was you the other 300 weeks that the wrestling needed you? Or where was you whenever you was supposed to be doing this, but you did that? If you already have another career in another industry, fuck wrestling. Get out of wrestling.
Well, yeah. I don't know. The guy did like 650 Make-A-Wishes. I can't hate on Cena.
I mean, I can't hate on Cena either, but the thing is that once you do something like that, it's just like, okay, you know, for me, I've been out of wrestling for almost 5 years, 6 years since I, basically squished my back off of a top rope leg drop. Okay, I did the whole Hulk Hogan style. I literally came off of the top rope, hit the leg drop perfectly, but my back went down 4 inches. That hurt like hell. But I've been battling with, hey, look, I really want. But then I'm like, who am I to fucking do this? I mean, there's more talent. If I take one talent out of place, I fuck the whole wrestling scene up.
Well, that's true too. And I mean, look at people like Marty the Moth that deserve way more fucking
Exactly.
spotlight. Dude, Marty on AEW, like, when I saw him do those dark matches where he was taking on Cage and Brian Cage, not Christian, and fucking Jungle Boy, he, like, first up, Brian Cage is the most vanilla, boring. He's got giant muscles. That's all he's got going for him. And, like, for Marty to put a match, he made him look good for the first time ever. I don't think anybody could handle it, but, like, I don't think anybody could have handled Cage the way Marty handled him. I really wish he got signed to AEW. I really did.
I really do too.
I've talked to him, and he was. I mean, he put on a hell of a fucking clinic over there. Too bad.
See. I know Marty from like ACW over there in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I mean every time that he came out as Tristan Gallows, it was like freaking off the charts. And he had, and I know Marty's gonna kill me for saying this, he had a tag team called FX, and it was a dancing. He can literally cut a rug in the middle of the ring all day long.
That's fine. Gimmicks are gimmicks, man.
But I mean, it's one of those earlier things where you're like, I wish you wouldn't tell this. It's almost like whenever you go up to Stone Cold, hey, ain't you that blonde person from WCW? Yeah, and he's like, or the one where he did with Brian something Blondes. The Hollywood Blondes. There you go. It's like one of those, like, I wish people would forget that. Take me as Stone Cold Steve Austin, the most blunt person of them all.
Ryan Pillman. Yeah.
But then,
so good though. Ryan Pillman is
such a great wrestler. But I mean, it's one of those areas where you're like, where Steve is like, forget about that. You remember I wore black and silver for all those years, and you want to say I'm a blonde. But, God, I love talking wrestling. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, what's great, Liz and I really enjoy talking wrestling, too. It's been tough watching wrestling lately with Cody going Like I was such an AEW mark, but with Kenny Omega out, MJF on,
I heard that.
he's on vacation.
I heard
but
that they're
whatever.
firing him.
And Cody going back to WWE.
First of all, how you?
Jericho's the only one pushing right now. John Moxley's getting kind of lazy with his promos.
Yeah, he's expecting Regal to do what do his promos for him. What? Let's go back and okay. I liked MJF, but I think MJF was a little bit too full of himself as a heel. As a heel, you never have in the history of wrestling had somebody to come up, he's like, a person, hey MJF, how are you doing? Fuck your mama. That whole thing.
He never left kayfabe.
I admire him for that, but the thing is that it'd be like be some sort of, because us as fans, either
I see what you're saying, but you as a fan should know that he's going to do it. I agree with what you're saying, though.
Because you didn't.
He no-showed that signing too, which.
But I think that was part of his characteristics of his character, though, too, for him to fuck that sign, just keep on going. But I think whenever he started calling out Khan for what should have been squashed in the back, I think that was great. It was great. It was a version of CM Punk all over again with the pipe bomb. But
except for CM Punk is horrible now.
Yes, he is horrible right now because he's taken 7 complete years off. Another Cena, another Rock, another Stone Cold Steve Austin that broke his neck, but he wants to get back in the ring and wrestle again.
But you see, the CM Punk of the 7 years ago used to be so sharp. Mic. But now, MJF, you want to talk about a guy who's sharp on the mic. He literally could do
circles.
CM Punk comes out and does this whole entire, it took MJF to make me realize that CM Punk is become the new Rock or Cena, because he just comes out there, he wins, he won't take losses. What is he, 20-1?
Yeah, about that.
Which I think is, and he takes that AEW championship away from their first pillar champion. It's just, I don't know, I just find him to be just shitty. He shouldn't have signed on to do that. Or if they were going to do it, make it be a heel. Hangman wasn't a heel. I think it was poor judgment. And I just find that CM Punk, I think it was just Tony Khan having a little cocksuck over CM Punk, and it just didn't
well,
fly with me. I think
here's the thing that I'm thinking of, whenever they had Hangman Page and Adam Cole and stuff like that come into the ring together, they was trying to make a Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. Because you look at their characteristics of the certain characters that they have, and it's like, hold up, you're trying to mimic the freaking attitude era of characters. And
Adam Cole being a heel that pops, and Hangman Adam Page being a face that pops. So
they're trying to push Hangman Page to be someone that you love to hate and you hate to love. It was and it goes back and forth in between Page and Cole. That is like, okay, well, eventually you can't have this matchup because it's going to be either all booze, or it's going to be a 50-50 split, or it's going to be I mean, because whenever I went to wrestling there in Garland, and they had the Adam Cole and the, I think it was Battle of the Belts 2, or it was something before that. And it was a great show. I loved it. Breath of fresh air all the way through it. You had, you know, you had everybody there that was making it a complete, just breath of fresh air. But it's like, okay, well, here's the last match, and it's Adam Cole versus Hangman Page. And it's all 50-50. It's like a complete, it's like a complete siren if you was in the middle of the ring, and you couldn't tell where's what, you know, what's what, and you couldn't tell whether the crowd was pushing for Page or the crowd was pushing for Cole, and it was utter nonsense. I mean, but what?
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I didn't get into the. My whole guff was with CM Punk taking the belt off of Adam Page. As far as the Cole and Page stuff went, it felt like it was a match that was supposed to go down 3 times with Adam Cole coming out on top.
I think so too.
But not until after he lost the belt. But there's other people I would have liked to see the belt on before it was CM Punk, like anybody.
But
honestly.
I think they was.
I would have been okay with Danielson taking the belt, for fuck's sake. Like, it wouldn't have. It just anybody but a guy who's like obviously. Would you be okay if Sting beat Hangman Adam Page?
I think
for the
he
belt?
could.
But would you be okay with? Do you think Sting would be okay with it?
Sting probably not, because he's probably not trying to get into a title situation. But
I think he's got more respect for the
Right.
workers than CM Punk
right,
does.
but what I'm
And that's what my problem is CM Punk complained that nobody respected him as a worker coming up, and now he's doing the same thing that other people did
Right.
to him. It just doesn't work for me.
But also, I think in the back, if they was pushing it, I think in the back, it would be more of him and MJF going after it again, and MJF actually taking the title from CM Punk. That way, he would be over.
I would love for CM Punk to take for MJF to take the title from CM Punk, but I don't think I see them working together again either. I think Punk's over it. Sorry, I'm just sharing this out right now while we're talking. I was like, oh, I didn't share anything out.
I shared it out just to Discord and a couple other places. Hey, what do you think about the whole Cody Rhodes thing? I know that he went to WWE. He miraculously got hurt in WWE, and his last match since I watched it, he took 6 months off from WWE to get well.
Well, what part I think Cody Rhodes going to WWE, leaving AEW is, I'm not happy about it, but I get why he did it. The fans were booing him. They shouldn't have been. They wanted him to be like a heel. He didn't want to be. He wanted to be a face. He's been a heel for years in WWE, and he wanted to cement a legacy. I wouldn't even say a face. I would say a tweener, really. But he wanted to cement his legacy his way, and the fans weren't allowing him to, so he was like, fuck it. He probably got offered some good money. He probably got offered a title or two. He might be the guy who dethrones Roman Reigns, which I would love to fucking see. Do I think his injury is real? Yes. You'd be stupid if you thought it was makeup.
It's 100% real. I mean, the pec muscle was ripped from his chest, and you could see
Yeah. Your nipples don't turn that color.
well, your whole upper body doesn't turn that color. I mean,
No, I think so I go back and forth. Do I think it was stupid that he wrestled that Hell in a Cell match with that injury? Yes. But he couldn't have damaged himself other than other parts of his body. He couldn't have damaged that specific area any more than it was already damaged. So as long as he felt safe in the ring with Kobe, then he should have been fine. I personally don't know how anybody could feel safe in the ring with that guy because of all the shit that he's done to other wrestlers. Like, he has injured some people, and I think on purpose. Maybe not Cody, but definitely Finn Balor.
that's another
And,
one that I absolutely love to watch wrestle.
I mean,
Finn Balor, yeah.
Prince, yeah, he's great. He's
Yeah.
on it. But like, I think Seth Rollins ruined his WWE career because they've never been able to push him since he got injured.
Right.
What was that? 5 years ago?
About 5, yeah. It was right after
It's
right
kinda
after
sad.
he debuted the rainbow gear.
Well, he came. Well, but he came out and he was the first Universal Champion. It just lasted less than 24 hours, and it was because of an erratic. Well, it's not a buckle buster when you're getting thrown into the railing, but it was an erratic toss. It just wasn't
It's
nice.
one of those.
Yeah, I can talk wrestling all day.
It's one of those
obviously.
things that is be like, hey, look, you know, you gotta be more careful out there.
Yeah. But he wasn't. He almost ended Sting's career. That fucking 62? Just jumped off a balcony, so.
Yeah, after
Hell yeah.
after Matt Hardy of all people, you gotta put
Don't get me started on the Matt Hardy shit. Like, Matt Hardy and Tony Khan, I'm having, like, serious reservations about Tony Khan now. I used to be a really big fan of Tony Khan's. When I went to go see, I've seen it twice, AEW, both at the Agganis Arena in Boston. I saw the second live show ever, Dynamite, and I just saw it, like, a couple months back. And Tony Khan comes out, if you've never been to a live AEW event, Tony Khan, like, literally comes out at every commercial break. And he's like, oh, yeah, we love you guys. And he pumps everybody up. And he does a great job. There's no question. I don't know if you saw the quote from Christian Cage last week on Dynamite where he literally said to Matt Hardy, you're willing to overlook your brother's shortcomings just to ride his coattails one more time to get another thing. And, like, him and Tony Khan are both literally guilty of that. Oh, yeah. I think people underestimate Christian.
Oh,
by the way.
I loved Christian and Edge
He's a
whenever
really
they
good
first
heel.
came out with Gangrel. David,
Yeah. Edge and Christian have always been. I mean, Edge has always been my favorite. He was just, when he was full blown rated R superstar, John Cena, like the ECW arena, the things that this guy, he was willing to go into the ring with Mick Foley and do an anything goes match. Like, this guy did everything. His Undertaker loss at WrestleMania. He was, as far as I'm concerned, I think he's the most. Yeah, I pump his tires all the time, but I think Edge is the most underlooked at champion
exactly.
of all time. But Christian gets no love because when you talk about Edge and Christian, you talk about Edge.
Well, okay.
You talk about the Hardy Boys, TLC, Dudley, TLC, but you remember the spear. But what did Christian do in that match? He took a serious fucking drop off the ladder with Bubba Ray. But Christian's a good heel. I think we forget about that. Like, he's really nasty. I don't know.
Here's the thing.
Christian said some nasty shit, and he's been saying nasty shit. He off air, he told fucking Jungle Boy's mother that he raised a loser. That was great.
I think Christian's trying to go that serious heel that he's always wanted to play. I mean, he hasn't really gotten to play that even in WWE, but he's trying to push that serious heel to where he'll just say anything. He's kind of like a Republican, say anything but not mean nothing about it.
I think Vince McMahon actually hated Chris.
I think so too.
I don't think he cared for him. I mean, there was a thing where they were talking about in the ENC pod where they said that they wanted to blur Christian's face as a character. His face was going to be blurred like he was like a sexual deviant. That's what they wanted to do with him. But they found out that it was going to cost too much money to do it live, so they didn't end up.
I think that would be like the most perfect character of them all. You get like a body, and you just blur him out all the time, and he just goes in there and kicks ass.
Oh my God, you couldn't imagine having to edit that in the van. It would have been the worst. But yeah, no, I mean, so where I was going with that was like, there's no way in hell, and like I went on to Twitch right after everything went down, and I saw Rebby and Matt talk about how they're not to blame, but the first second that somebody says they're not to blame kind of points me in the direction that they might have something to do with it, and there's no way in hell after all these years of Jeff getting shit-faced, abusing painkillers and other amphetamines, that you don't know what's happening. So let's be realistic. Matt knew what was going on. And if you watch that fucking Young Bucks match, Tony knew what was going on, and so did the Young Bucks.
Oh, yeah.
Because Matt was drunk. I mean, Jeff was drunk.
You could tell it.
Drunk.
You could really tell it. It was awful. It was like one of Jeff's poorest matches. I would say that.
It wasn't Jeff Hardy versus Sting. But it was
pretty bad, yeah. So, very sad. I could sit here and talk wrestling all day, especially with people who know about wrestling all day long. But we have to get to some odd news, and then we got a Q&A that is for the ages. I will say it like that.
All right. Well, do you mind when you start the news? I've drank literally 4 bottles of drink sitting here. Can I just run?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. I'll be right back.
Hey, odd news. International Bikini Day celebrates the Skimpy Bathing Suits 1946 debut. Guys, don't get any type of Don't look at those pictures. That's somebody's grandma. But July 5th, 1946, International Bikini was created by a French designer, Louis Reard. Debuted the bathing suit, the two-piece bathing suit in 1946. The holiday celebrates the first one being sold. The bathing suit takes its name from the Bikini Atoll, the coral reefs from the Marshall Islands, where the United States began testing nuclear weapons 4 days before the bathing suit debuted. So, talking about radiation. That grandma's radiated. So, International Joke Day was brought mid-year laughs since 1994. basically, the holiday was founded in 1994 by Wayne Ringel, a author and graphic artist, primarily for his historical fiction novels, but also published some books of jokes. And the reason why they chose July 1st is because because the year was officially halfway over. A man drives and I really want Jeff's input on this, because and Liz, you can input on it too. But a man drives a digger across tight ropes in a British theme park. The chairman of a construction theme park in Britain drove more than 2-ton digger across a distance nearly 100 feet on tight ropes. Hugh Edelue, chairman of Diggerland theme park in Strood, Kent, England, or Strood. I believe so. It says Diggerland theme park. So if it is Digger World, then yes, they made news. So, construction themed
No buttons.
amusement park in Britain. What do you know about it? You already made the journey over to Britain.
Brett? What I
You already made the journey over to Britain. There is a construction-themed amusement park there, and the guy that is the chairman of this park, of said park, drove a 2-ton digger, which is a backhoe over here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a backhoe, yep.
A distance nearly 100 foot across over a pair of tight ropes.
That's crazy.
What in the bluest of blue hell was this guy
That's
thinking?
crazy. Yeah. I have to drive a digger at work myself, and I can barely get it on a giant open road go straight. So I can't imagine
Oh wow.
that.
The parallel ropes was suspended about 13 feet in the air. So this guy drove 100 feet across a pair of tight ropes, 13 feet in the air.
Jesus.
Talking about odd news, right?
I don't know. I don't even know what to think about that.
It says, he said, a lot of people have done balancing stunts with diggers, and I thought a couple of tight ropes and a digger at a high level sounded like a challenge. I practiced on it on metal at first, but then it did not move. So he attempted rope. So that is insanity.
Yeah.
Hold up. Dell Jr. Inc. said that he could do it. Send it in. Transgamerlive@gmail.com. I want to see it.
I'll repost
Yeah,
that.
I will too. Either that or tag me in it. But don't hurt yourself, Dell, because we need you here for Fortnite.
I guess there's that, yeah. But I mean, if you hurt yourself, the video will be more viral.
Right. So here at the Q&A part, we do have one question that came up earlier, and it was about arcade. What was your first gaming system or console?
We had an Atari 2600. I can't remember if the Atari was the first thing I played on or if it was my Apple C2 computer. Because I feel like that was technically a gaming console, because I was playing like Turkey Shoot and Piccadilly Pear and stuff like that on that Lemonade Stand. But
What was
I think the Atari would probably be the technical first home entertainment system.
what was
yeah.
the premise behind Lemonade Stand? Let me ask that.
Lemonade Stand? You had to buy and sell lemons, water, ice, and sugar at market values in order to outdo other lemonade stands in your neighborhood. And the secret to it was buy low, sell low, and then eventually when you got concrete customers, start selling higher at the low profit that you were pulling in to begin with, then you overtook the neighborhood. It was very easy to do.
Oh, wow.
It's actually just a marketing game. Literally, that's all it was.
Okay, well.
Good game.
I bet. What system was it for?
That was on Apple C2
No
computer,
wonder.
for sure.
Apple.
Yeah. That's an old school game. I'm an old fucking dude.
He said he has popped the top of a bottle with a backhoe.
What?
Send
Dude,
it in.
send
I
it
want
in.
to.
I want to see that shit, dude. Because I
want to see it.
I work all the time with plows, backhoes, mowing like Ventrex machines and stuff like that. I would love.
I want to see it too. Come on, send that stuff in.
Yeah.
Put it on my Discord or put it on put it somewhere and tag me in it. Okay, so how did you come up with the name XBit?
XBit was like a joint. So originally, Larry wanted to call it like old school gaming something or other, and then we were joking around about because the name has never changed. We've never changed the name. We wanted to make sure that the name was a good idea, and we came up with like it was gonna be called like 8-bit gaming. There were no pages really around when we did this, but then I made an algebra joke. Because that's how cool I am. And we ended up using XBit, meaning it was all the bits. And X was always a thing that was popular. This was after the fact. I didn't think of this when the name was coming about. But X was something that was always super popular before. Like everything was like X, like Game Zone and X. There was always like an X in a logo and stuff like that in the 80s and 90s. Everything was so rad and over the top. So X just kind of became the thing. And that's where it came. There wasn't much to it.
Including D-Generation X.
DX. Yeah, everything was X.
Everything was X.
Yeah.
Okay, and maybe this is like basically rehashing what we set out before. What was the real reason for you making the meme page at first rather than everything else?
You couldn't do anything else at the time. So like there was no go live on Facebook when the whole thing started. So we were once Larry was out, James Dozer and I were doing stuff on YouTube and on Twitch, and all the videos that we did were under the name You Should Play This, and we were sponsoring them through XBit Gaming. And XBit Gaming started getting a bigger following, and You Should Play This kind of just fell to the wayside. And once streaming became available and video stuff became available, more readily available on Facebook, we just moved everything to that. And I became the face of XBit, and then Dozer became the face of You Should Play This.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
I know I'm fixing to bring. Hold on, we'll do that in just a little bit. What made you move to gaming? Like from the meme page to the gaming?
Well, there's always been gaming. It just we never had the ability to do it. So it was under a different name. I think it was because we had a good solid following and we wanted to share live gaming with people at the time. I think that was really what it all came down to. We found that VODs, like videos on demand at the time, weren't doing very well for anything gaming related. And at that point, when you went live, anybody who was following, it was actually anybody who was liking your page, because there wasn't a follow concept at that time. So anybody who liked your page would get notifications. You could even like poke from your page and stuff like that to try to re-notify people if you didn't think enough people were in. But when we first started going live, we would see like 5,000 people, and it would drop down really quick. I'm not saying it was like we maintained the audience, but it never really, when it first started happening, we would solidly hold 400 to 500 people for 2-3 hours.
It's so
that's what brought the live streaming on there, was because there was a bigger audience at the time, and that's what worked best for the page.
Okay, what would be your points of view? What would be your pros when you game on Facebook?
Well, I guess I need more of a...
Basically,
I think I need that to be more expended. Like, what would I say are the pros of gaming
yes,
on
what
Facebook?
would be the pros of gaming on Facebook? Like if somebody was like, hey, look, I want to go to Facebook, I want to game, like I did at first. What would be the pro?
Don't do retro, so that would be your first con. But don't.
What would be the pros?
I would say your pros were, if you're vanilla, boring, and you play Call of Duty, Facebook's the place for you.
Well, that just so happens to be my whole thing. I am vanilla, boring, and I play Call of Duty.
There you go. I mean, that's the only thing that arcs in the algorithm, unless you're a truly high up, sponsored, powerful partner like Stone Mountain or something like that.
Rousey.
You're not gonna get the kind of results you want.
What would be?
It's tough now.
What would be? Yes, Facebook used to be good. I mean, yes. Back whenever I first started streaming, it was really good. What would be the cons of that list? Besides not being retro.
Here's the thing about how algorithms work on Facebook, and we always wanted to try to stay tried and true to what games we were streaming, but we found that there was a massive issue within the algorithm, because if you're streaming, like I just said, if you're streaming one game, you're streaming fucking Call of Duty, and that's the one game you grind out at 8 hours a day, every single day. Oh, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. You know what? That's great, because the people who like the Call of Duty page are going to eventually see it in their news feed, and those people are going to be able to see it. That's how the algorithm works, right? But if you're playing Contra, and then you go to Bubble Bobble, and then you go to Mario, and you're tagging these games specifically for it, your algorithm's going to get jumbled. If you look at the top tier streamers on Facebook Gaming, that says they stream 1, 2, maybe 2 games. If you go and you look on Facebook Gaming and you go under and you see XBit Gaming, it says it's an absurd amount. It's like 4,000 something games. Where the hell are we supposed to land in an algorithm for anybody because we provided. So over years and years of fighting back and forth, it was like literally the last thing I did before I got unpartnered. I finally convinced them to create a tag that was called Retro Games, which is being used by a lot of streamers now. It's not providing what it could have been providing because everybody's algorithms completely destroyed. But if we had that 3 years ago, we would have been good. We would have been good to go. Would have been a totally different story.
Okay.
But yeah, it's tough. If you're trying to be a multi-game streamer, it's not the place for you.
Okay. What do you think about the pros and cons on Twitch? What about the algorithm there?
I mean, I feel like Twitch has a lot of the same issues. I feel like I know what's weird about talking about this kind of stuff is I know like upper management at Twitch and at Facebook and at YouTube. I know a lot of these people who run stuff. Twitch, the people in their upper management, personally, the people who I've talked to seem to care a lot more than the people over at Facebook. I feel like notifications definitely have issues. I mean, I don't know how many followers you have, but I've only been able to start using my Twitch since February. I'm at, I think, 275, and I'm not pushing it that hard. I don't stream that much anymore. I already did it, you know what I mean?
What?
But I feel like less people get notified. I think people get notified just as less on Twitch. But I feel like if you're playing other games, you're still gonna get these people notified. So I feel like that's a pro. And the cons would be not all the notifications go out. That should.
Well, see, I don't get notified. I don't get notified when some streamers go live, such as yourself, because I love going into, you know, y'all's stream and stuff like that. And if y'all are playing Fortnite and I'm playing Fortnite, I don't mind joining y'all and doing, you know, a complete run, even though that Fortnite has turned into hot garbage. But I
don't know. I never played Fortnite before, and I'm digging no build. I have a lot of fun. Liz and I have a lot of fun, but I think we were both talking about doing Fall Guys. It Takes Two. We want to play together.
We got two more over on my page because me and Arctic play, so we can all do squads. Yeah,
that'd be dope.
And if we can get 10, if we can get 10 or more people in, we can do customs.
So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's good. I agree with I always thought Fortnite was hot garbage, but I really do enjoy.
Well, I do enjoy the no build, but it's the thing is that with the no builds, it's drawn a lot of COD players in, and they'll go in and, you know, do their thing, but then whenever they go and do arenas and stuff like that, they're learning how to build and stuff like that, and whenever they get really good at it, they'll jump right back into a public thing and wipe the whole thing out. I'm like, really? If you're playing arenas, play arenas. Leave us out of it.
Sure.
I mean, it's not like we're going to go to Call of Duty and wipe y'all out.
I guess not. I have no
But
idea. I was really bad at the last COD, but I know Liz is getting the new one, and I think I'm
gonna get the new one too, because I love the storyline, especially from COD's standpoint. It's always been a really good storyline. I love doing the campaign, but it's really gonna be really good. Hey, hold on just a minute. I've got to go use the restroom. Diabetes is calling me. So, I'll be right back.
I'll be right here. It's not helpful. Always drinking tons of sugar water. That's all I do. Oh. I don't know. I think I might. Should I talk? I just texted my wife. She's in the other room. That's what I'm doing. Oh, nice. Yeah, if anybody has any questions for me, just, I don't know if you're supposed to use something to do them, but I don't care. I'll answer them all. Feel okay, baby? Since you said that, I feel like a devil dog. The devil dog. Thanks, baby. Yeah, one's enough.
All right, I am back. I'm so sorry about that.
No, it's all right. I'm having a devil
What is a
dog.
devil dog?
You say what is
Yeah.
a devil dog?
What is a devil dog?
Are you serious?
Dude, I'm from the South. What is a devil dog?
Devil dog. Devil dog is a Drake's cake, brother. Oh my God.
Oh, it's a ding dong.
This is a devil dog. That ain't no ding dong. Fuck. A ding dong.
Ah,
Ding dongs are round and circular. This is a devil dog.
it's a huge ding dong.
I'll send you a box of devil dogs. Ain't no ding dong. Oh, ding dong. Well, I mean, it's in the shape of a ding dong, but it ain't a ding dong.
Okay, as long as we got that out of the way. Okay, somebody asked me to ask you. And he also said to remain anonymous. Where do you stand on the new rollouts and the way that Facebook is going?
I don't know what the new rollouts are.
I'm not for sure. I went through.
If you're still in there and you still want to remain anonymous, that's fine. Just can you elaborate on what you mean by rollout?
He's a Facebook. He's
And
a
that's fine. I'll
he's a
totally
total Facebook streamer. He's not gonna be here on Twitch. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's one of our normal contacts that he thinks he's mad. You're mad at him,
What?
Adam.
Oh, but
Yeah.
I'm mad at them?
Adam.
Oh, I'm not mad at anybody.
Mixed bag.
I just don't like some people. I think that's I think that's a huge understanding about me is people think that I'm mad. I don't. If I don't like you, it doesn't mean that I'm mad at you. It means that we've got nothing to talk
Right.
about. It's weird.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's because people are really emotional. They use their emotions for that, and they think that it's some kind of a. But I could care less. As far as rollouts are concerned, I have no idea what they mean by rollouts.
Okay, what do you think how
But if
Facebook
it-
is going in their general?
I think it's going really poorly.
Okay.
I don't think that they're taking the time to talk to their partners.
And by the way, I'm just gonna out.
I don't
I'm
think
just gonna out this person because I think it would be beneficial to talk about this person. Mixed bag. Adam Spindler. Mixed bag.
Adam Spindler.
No.
Pepper?
Mixed bag.
Oh,
Yeah.
Adam Spindler. Adam. Oh, why would I not like him?
He thought
that's weird.
you was mad at him. So
You're mad at him. No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you, Adam. Took me a second to realize. I was like, Adam Spindler? No. Yeah. Oh, silly. That's a silly thing, man. You should have sent me a message. And if you did, I'm sorry if I missed it. Yeah, I don't think it's going in a good direction, but I think it's because there was a lot of time spent where there was a lot of people not getting their positions filled in order to take care of situations that could have been prevented. And now, instead of Facebook building on their infrastructure and creating a more legitimate rollout for streamers to get notifications and be have the ability to become partners, and not like partners in the sense where they're kind of they just have a badge on their name, but actual partners, that things that like myself did, and like I'm trying to think of some other people I did stuff with like myself and Uncaged Games and MK Elite and Melanie Mack and what was his name? Game Shark, the Shark. What was his name? Shark? Pool Shark. People like that who weren't really popular. Well, Melanie Mack, I guess, was, so I shouldn't have said that. But people like that who weren't like on the top tier, having the ability to stream in front of giant audiences at like PAXs and E3s and stuff like that. That whole idea is gone now. And it's unfortunate because there's a lot of talented partnered streamers that are coming up the ranks that are never going to have the opportunity that we had. And that's gone. And that's going to be their public presence is going to be a gigantic problem. Plus this meta thing is stupid. The metaverse is not helpful.
no, I don't see it.
It looks like we. They look like we people. It's dumb. It's bad. It was bad. So, I think Facebook's going backwards. I don't think they have enough people with enough knowledge to do what they're going to do. But I do have some people I know. I can't really talk about it, but I do know some people that are trying to get in there and take care of some of the issues. And I feel like they're extremely competent. So maybe I'm wrong, but if Facebook doesn't allow them to do their processes, it's just going to fail.
Right.
That's how it is.
For people who are trying to go to Facebook and start streaming there, what is some advice or what do you want to say to them, whether to what to do while they're there or don't go there or whatever?
I'm not going to tell you where to go and not go because you might have success at Facebook. I will tell you, stream one game, stream regularly, stream at the same time, every day. At the 4-hour mark, your page automatically gets a boost because you've been you go into a different version of the algorithm at that point. So if you're going to stream and you're just starting out and you're not sure if you're going to take it as a thing that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life or whatever, make sure you've got 6 hours a day open, because that's the only way you're really going to build yourself up. I strongly recommend you use a program. It doesn't have to be Restream. That's just the program I use. While you're a level up, while you're just an affiliate, you're not a partner on Twitch, YouTube, whatever, use Restream to see what channel is going to be more beneficial to your content.
So you use Restream, I use Mod Crush.
Yeah, I mean, it
Right.
doesn't matter what you use, right? As long as you're using something that gives you the ability to get your content out everywhere. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. I did that, and now I'm pretty much an unknown on Facebook. And I was the most popular retro streamer on Facebook for almost 2 years. It's just...
Yeah, I
sure
remember you going to PAX and actually taking the mic away from the CEO of Facebook Gaming.
Yeah, Facebook gaming.
I had to add the gaming to it, okay?
You slowed it down on purpose.
Yeah, to make a little bit more dramatic entrance to that, you know.
Yep.
It's like going to CSI Miami and having that one line. Well, maybe he did.
Maybe he did do it. I had the ability at the earliest time of my career at Facebook to, I never acted like this off the camera, to my knowledge. I mean, I could ask some of my friends and find out, but I had the ability to just be like, it's my world and you're in it. And that's how I rolled as a persona. I really wanted to be a heel, like a character. And then they found out about the Quiet Josh stuff, and they wanted to do a thing on it. They were like, we want you to just kind of be yourself. And I think that's what kind of started shooting me in the opposite
But you
direction.
do have a character. You do.
It's just an
You
exaggerated
do
version of
have a
yourself.
character. And you made a puppet.
Yeah,
Do you have said puppet?
I do. He is currently out in the garage. He needs some work done. My buddy Monty and I, our senior year of high school, took the last. We did like the last 6 months. I forgot what they call it, but you have the ability to take like an academic, like 6-month period of whatever it is to create your own theses that you think would be good for college. And we convinced an art teacher to allow us to take the last 6 months, sit around, smoke weed, and create puppets, and create a children's puppet show that we would present to the 1 to 3rd year at the school that we went to, at the high school we went to. I, at that point, graduated. We both graduated. We passed. I went on to college, and he went on to college, but continued to make puppets. The guy, Monty, owns a motorsports store in Massachusetts, and he literally he still makes the puppets. He's got like probably, I would say, over 200 of them. And I hit him up and I'm like, hey, I want to make a gamer puppet. And he was like, if we're going to do it, we're going to do you. And that was the only way I got him to agree to make the puppet. And
The puppet was
that's how
phenomenal.
the Me
The
puppet
puppet
was.
was phenomenal. That's what really drew me to the page was the puppet. And the little what was
Yeah, we
it,
gotta
30?
get back. I'm shooting a bunch of YouTube videos for a I can talk about it because I can talk about it, but I can't do all the details yet because we're still in beta. But there's a video game social media that I'm a part of right now that's going to be launching out of beta really soon called Channel 3. And I really recommend, I gave you an access code, I think. didn't I?
You gave me an access link. And
Yeah,
I'm in there too.
I mean, you can see what's going on there. I feel like video game channels are so centered around streaming that they're losing like the fun interest of the video
Right.
game channel concept. So this is really not about streaming. This is about rating games and talking about games and sharing your progress in games.
Well, also I've had
I'm gonna
I've
be
had a
able
little
to-
bit of because I posted a couple of times that I was going live, and I've had some people from Channel 3 come over into my streams.
Imagine a social media where people see your social media.
Yeah, imagine that.
What a concept.
Facebook, listen.
I know The man who created it has created several giant media things in his past and asked me specifically to come on. Well, it's true. So I'm really excited about seeing Channel 3 evolve and trust me,
Liz,
you'll see it
that's
soon.
funny.
But I've been asked exclusively. I've been asked exclusively to do content for that, and I'm gonna be bringing the puppet back, and there's a couple other little things that I'll be doing, and it's just gonna be game reviews, and they're not gonna last any more than maybe a minute,
That,
because that's all you need to get that entertainment out. And
I think with your
really-
comedic presence and everything, the puppet and all, you'll bring a breath of fresh air to gaming reviews and stuff like that.
I'm excited about Channel 3 a lot, and I'm gonna be posting a lot of stuff to YouTube, but it's gonna be compilations of what I've done on Channel 3.
Right. Liz
Liz
says sometimes I wake up next to the puppet and he thinks I won't notice.
True. The thing about that puppet is it has opposable fingers, so it's been created so it can hold the controller. So I will just wrap the puppet around Liz at night, and she knows it's me because I've got one hand on her bum and one hand on her shoulder. That's my go-to move. So.
Wow. Admin Cervantes de Leon. Serve.
Yeah.
Has a question. Is streaming everything
Yeah.
you hoped that it would be, or
No.
has it been a hassle than a ease?
No. It's horribly emotional, to be honest with you. To get to the level I got to fall from that level I've gotten to, and to lose the... I don't want to say friendships, because if they were friends, even though they saw me struggling with things, they would have been there instead of blamed me and walked away. To lose the relationships that I thought were there to help me, over people who I have built up over time, only to ask for some help on the way out. It's just been a incredibly draining and depressing journey. It started, the highs were so high, and then when you crash, it sucks. There's no way to put that, and I feel like a lot of people don't understand the mental health aspect that goes into gaming. And I wish that a lot more of that was discussed. Because it's hard. Now it's hard to trust to work with anybody, and it's hard to trust to want to talk to anybody. And, I mean, I can't say that I have been completely on the level the whole time. I mean, I've gotten angry too. But it's tough. It's nothing that I thought it would be like at the end. Because I feel like that's where I'm at now. I don't feel like there's a lot of streaming left in me, to be honest with you. I've done it for so long, and I hit that grind so hard, and I got another baby coming in 4 weeks, like 4.5 weeks.
Congratulations.
And I work thanks, I work multiple jobs, and I got my wife, which is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I have 3 beautiful kids because of this. But, honey, you got to admit, right? There was a lot of stuff that just wasn't nice about the streaming aspect, the work aspect of it. Having to fly, oh my God. Having to be in California, then Oregon, then Texas, then...
Hold up, when did you come to Texas?
Then... I did PAX South.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
South.
I did it once.
They don't have it no more.
Yeah.
No, they don't have it no more. I was planning to go to it for its last year, and then COVID hit. So I was like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just become a totally. I mean, I don't know what, but while you're doing like, for the longest time, while I was doing things like that, flying from one game con to the next game con, sitting with the same people, and don't get me wrong, like I truly do miss seeing people like Neil from Gaming Historian and Adam Korlick, who I don't ever get to see anymore. When I would see him in Oregon, whenever I did the Retro Game Expo. I mean, I don't know James that well, but every time I met him, he was a super nice guy. I don't care if I ever see Pat the NES Punk again, so that's fine. I'll go on record with that. That guy's a dick. But Metal Jesus, and there's a lot of people out there that I miss the whole idea, but I don't want to do it anymore. I was actually asked. There was a longtime follower of mine, KJ Stone. I hope he doesn't mind if I name drop. He was like, "Hey, are you gonna come out to E3 now that they said they're gonna be doing an E3?" And I was like, "Dude, honest to God, I want to pretend it's COVID, but it's not. I just can't be fucking asked to do it anymore. I think I'm just drained, and I think that's what happens after you do it for so long, that you just get tired, and that's it. I'm just tired. I think that's what's happening.
Well, see,
I'm still working in the gaming industry. I just
okay.
streaming might be over.
What we was talking about this on one of my streams, and I think you was streaming too. What was you doing in the gaming industry? What is your title?
That's tough. So right now, without talking about what I'm working on, because currently there's an NDA on it, and the things that I'm doing, it would be moderation advisor, project management.
Okay. I mean, that's simple.
Yeah, I know
That's simple enough. It's just that I'm just, without going into all of that, because that NDA can cost you money and also your livelihood too.
Yeah, there's certain things that I can and can't talk about, but I mean, most of the stuff that I can't talk about, it's really stupid shit that nobody would care about anyway.
Right.
I'm not about to spoil Endgame. You know what I mean? Like, that's not like, I don't have Stranger Things season 5 script in my hand.
But at the beginning of whenever Cheer on Netflix was going off,
yeah,
I went to the college because that's my alma mater, and I saw that they was doing season 2. Well, I didn't have an NDA, so I let the whole world. Hey, Cheers season 2 is on. Yeah, let's go. But I like stuff like that on. I'm probably being barred as we're talking about it from Navarro College. So, but
yeah, no, it's funny. It's if you don't sign an NDA, there are things I don't even know if I can talk about or not with NDAs. It's so weird. So I'm just like, I'll just stay away from the subject.
Now, you came to Facebook and you put it all on the line that you was going to drop pipe bomb after pipe bomb after pipe bomb. Now's the time.
Well, I didn't say I was going to drop pipe bomb after pipe bomb after pipe bomb, but I did say if there was anything that you wanted to know that was bothering me over the past fucking 5 years.
Well, then let's go through it.
Yeah.
Let's go through it. What has been totally bothering you to where expert cannot be expert.
I don't think so. One of the things that you asked me when we were playing Fortnite was, would I do that whole thing again, right? Would I do another Dream Team? Or... No. I think what happened was, the thing is, it started so innocently. We had so many people on it, and people don't know a lot of the stories that happened. And I look like the bad guy 90% of the time, which is fine with me because I don't give a shit what people think about me. But you got to look at things like Ricky, who literally left, signed off everything in the middle of the night, just fucking left, and just left us all high and dry. Now, every single member was pissed about that. But, you know, the second they walk away from the situation, he's a great guy, I mean, he's kind of a dick, and he's never apologized, and he's only fucking giving me shit about it. That's the kind of shit that I hate, is I've given a lot of people starts and put them on a platform, and
Hey,
you know,
you're-
there are guys that have literally just straight fucked me over.
And time over again, I've been trying to tell him I want to start on the channel, and then I was just joking.
No, I mean, but you know what it is, man. It's funny, but you know, it's funny that you say that. But the thing is like, I got one person on there right now. My wife wants the babies out. Liz wants to stream again.
Liz was a good streamer.
Myself, we're not a conglomerate anymore. I don't want to be a corporation anymore. It's too much work. And there's too much backstabbing and too much betrayal. And then there are people who don't feel like they're getting what they want out of it, so they're not going to do. I mean, like, perfect example was, we had the opportunity to save the partnership and get what we had, right? All we had to do was stick to Resident Evil for the last month to get the numbers up. Fucking 4 out of 7 said, no. You mean, you've been riding my coattails for the past fucking 3 years, and you're going to turn and say no to me about one thing that I'm asking you to do? Just play Resident Evil games. No, I feel like that's... If we're not playing this game, then I feel like it's tag hacking and some bullshit excuses where if you're willing to fly across the fucking states to go fuck some broad, but now you got a moral high ground on how I fucking run my shit. Like, it's just fucking stupid. And I've never understood that kind of like, I don't know, narcissistic bullshit. I need help, and I didn't get it. And they're just like, that's just the thing. That's all I'm saying is, I thought it would be different at the end. After helping these people for years and years and years, I thought I was going to get the ability to have some help back. And that includes my manager, Rob, who fucking suckered me out of $10,000-$15,000 doing no work whatsoever. And the most he ever did for me was send me a couple of cartons of cigarettes to England while I was stuck, and it's not like I didn't pay for them either. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I mean, I had my manager stealing from me. I had, you know, team members overcharging me for stars, not helping me out when they needed it, not giving me anything back. I mean, there was a team member who fucking started saying that he didn't think autism was a viable disability. Like, and he started going publicly about this stuff, and then I had to sit there and look at my autistic son and be like, yeah, no, dude, everything's fine for you. That's the kind of shit that fucking really riled me up. And people go, oh, he just gets really angry. He gets really angry and he just fucking fires people. There's purpose. There's meaning behind this stuff. Not everybody is this happy, fucking hunky-dory person you see on the stream. At least I'm real when I stream. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna fucking turn
Exactly what you...
and say after all this time, like, you know, fuck you. You know that I appreciate your stars when they come in. You know I appreciate the subs when they come in. But there are some people who just turn it into a straight work. They don't give a fuck about you if you don't donate stars. They're not going to give you any gratification if you're just talking in the stream. And these are people that used to be on my team. Some people are very money obsessed. but can't even do their own fucking taxes. I've had to do the taxes of members who are on my fucking team in the past. Do you know how uncomfortable that makes me? Like having to do their fucking financial, having their social security numbers.
Oh, wow.
That's fucking crazy. Why do I have to do that? So, pipe bomb or no pipe bomb, all I'm saying is there's a lot of people out there that took advantage of me over the past couple of years, and they're not going to look at it like that, and they're going to tell you a completely different story, and they're going to go on and go, oh, he said this, and I did this, and this is bullshit. But the reality is, I gave every single one of those cunts a job, and I got them to get somewhere where they weren't and push them to a different place, and they did nothing for me when I needed it. Especially Brett. He's a fucking cunt. That guy is a piece of shit. For real. I've known Brett for fucking almost 15 years.
You talking about the first one that...
Oh, I'm sorry. I just looked over and I was like, did you just cut to Netflix? Because there's fucking advertisement on the screen. I was like, did he just shut me off?
No, yeah.
Just sing on.
You haven't paid the
That's it. I
sub.
mean, there's not much to
You
say.
haven't
Like,
paid the sub fee, so I mean, you get the... Because we're all money hungry over here. Not.
We're all money hungry. I mean,
No,
look, I fucking want money. I'm not fucking saying that I don't. That's... But I'm not gonna castrate. That's not the word. Chastise you. I think it was castrate and chastise.
Well,
I was combining. I'm not gonna chastise you from my stream or ignore you because you're not donating money. And that's what a lot of these fucking
every
dudes do.
time.
And they go, oh, I don't do that. We're here. We're a friendly place. You know who's fucking stand up though? After all these years, who's still a stand up motherfucker? And there's not many people. I mean, you are a trans gamer. You've always been really nice, but specifically, I feel like this should be shouted out. Is fucking Headlock.
Headlock is Dwayne is freaking
After
phenomenal.
all these years, he's still a fucking stand-up guy, and I don't know how he did it. Because if I had to work with Ricky, I would not be a stand-up guy.
Does
anymore.
Commodore still work with Ricky or what?
I have no idea. I haven't seen him in forever. I don't have a problem with him. The only issue I have with him was he told me, because I was a big fan of Tizer, it's a drink in England, and he was like, oh, Jeff, you gotta drink Iron Brew. You're gonna love it. And I was like, all right, and I got it, and it tasted like shit, so I haven't talked to him since. But that's not a reason why. He's still a solid dude. But yeah, I mean, I have no idea who works with who. I don't even know if Headlock works with Ricky. I've been banned from Ricky's page because he released a video, which was a smear video about me. And I said, hey man, why don't you tag Resident Evil for this video when you're just talking shit? And he just banned me from the page. Fair enough.
No, whenever it came down to like how I ran my page and stuff like that, I really looked up a lot to you, and along with ADD, you know how y'all run y'all's name.
Well, there was a lot. I mean,
y'all's pages.
I don't think Dan is a bad person. I think Dan will take everything he can without realizing that he's taking everything he can. He's very money hungry though. He's a money hungry dude.
I saw that.
And if that's the way if that's the game you want to play, that's fine. But that wasn't the right fit for XBit because it became like watching him stream on XBit, and it partially is my fault because I'm always like, push subs, push stars, push this, and he would go on and it would be like watching a QVC infomercial with Contra in the background, and we just started, and look, that's his style, whatever, but it just didn't work for me, and if we tried to make an adjustment, it didn't work, and finally after one day of him kind of just rubbing me the wrong way, I let it all out on him, and he got pissed at me, and I just said, fuck off then. He said, all right, that was it.
It was.
That's the way these kind of relationships.
It wasn't about his work ethics or anything else. It was like what you was saying.
Oh, he worked really hard. It had to do with the fact that he wasn't. Well,
no, what you was saying, it's the QVC commercial with Contra playing in the background. To me, that solely speaks of ADD.
you know what though? I mean, if his fans like that, that's fine. It just wasn't
Right.
for me. And it didn't do anything for our relationship because it got annoying having him take the mick every single time. I was like, hey man, hey man, hey man. And then finally, you know, it's like having 7, 8 children. You just can't
Right.
fucking do it anymore.
The thing was is that I sit here and like I was saying, I ran my page how you ran your page and how Dan ran his page, and I combined the two, what I've learned from both of y'all, and created my own, you know, and that's how I run my page. You can ask any of my mods, you know, my mods, if they don't do, I have a set of rules for my mods. I have a set of rules, you know, and one of them is don't be a dick. Don't be a dick to anyone.
Yeah, it's a classic X-Bed rule, but we were dicks to everybody anyway.
Well, you can tell it whenever you was streaming, you know, and I'll bring up another one that I really, you know, and I finally gave them a second chance, and I've seen a lot of change in between them, and that's Retro Entertainment, RETV. TC.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's fine. I mean, that guy, the last thing that guy did was threaten me that he was going to come up and fucking take me out at a pack, so I don't give a fuck.
He said the same thing. He'd fly down to Texas and try to whoop my ass. That's like, you come on and bring it, brother.
Yeah, it's just the fucking, it's the steroids. And
But the thing is that whenever I went to, you know, I was like, okay, I'm browsing Facebook, and I come up on his page. I was like, okay, I'll drop in and say hi, you know. And for 15 minutes, he's sitting there just talking to me like I was a real person now. He took the time and shouted out my page on Facebook to Twitch and stuff like that. And I'm like, where's TC at? What the fuck is going on with TC?
I mean, that was probably 3 years ago that whole thing happened. I just got nothing to say after that. That's my thing, though, is like you start off at 100, and once you lose it, it's gone. And I don't have the time to deal with that.
Well, see,
shit,
I did too.
So, I mean, I'm glad he's changed. That's good. I hope it makes him feel better as a person.
Well,
too.
yeah, I mean, that was like one of my things, you know, and I've.
Yeah.
You know, I've gone to Ricky's stream, and Ricky, we got Trans Gamer Live, and that would be it. I'd be trying to type, you know, some questions to him, and he don't ever fucking answer. I mean, but you give him.
But you didn't send him any.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You that little Australian.
I was going to say that. I didn't set no stars or anything else and ask the question there, so he didn't answer. I'm like, okay, well that tells me what type of guy you are. And
I mean, do I?
No.
I don't know. Do I talk
no,
to people?
I mean you sit there and, you know, I've had full-fledged conversations just within the chat with you.
Right.
I've had.
I mean, you be honest with me. Tell me if I'm fucking.
No, I mean no. I mean sometimes
Why not?
in streamer to streamer, I see this 100 million times. The chat gets so far fucked. I mean, it's going 90 to nothing. It's going 90 to nothing. And you're over here like, okay, what the fuck is people saying? And you're like, okay, where the fuck am I? And you're like, oh shit, I'm playing a fucking game. I'm lost. I mean, and
If his tongue is sticking out, oh, I'm gone. Yep, that's 100% true. If I'm playing a game, Liz just brought up, if I'm playing a game and and I'm sitting there, hold on, I think I got a controller right here. Why wouldn't I? I got like $1 million.
Right.
So if I'm sitting there, I'm playing a game, and I'm dead staring the camera,
you're gone.
and that's the look, I'm fucking gone. I'm not there. And yeah, Liz comments on that all the time.
And
Sometimes I'm out in public and I don't remember where I am, but that could be because I've gone through a couple fucking tapes.
and I'm one of those. I'm one of those. I was the ass end of the chair shot to the head. Everything was a chair shot to a fucking head.
Definitely taken a couple of bumps to my brain.
And I'm sitting there.
You think it's fake?
No, it's not fake. Whenever you.
No, she's talking about me. No, she thinks I'm ignoring her. She knows my brain don't work good, Lee.
But I mean,
Oh my God.
you sit there and you look at it, and it's like, okay, you know, everything's going through your mind. Streamer, like I said, streamer to streamer, and I have 4 different areas where I keep my conversations. I have one on this side. I have one on this side. I have 2 right here in front of me that I can sit here and look at the mic and stuff like that and see where my conversation's going. But sometimes whenever it's just, I mean, like it was on Facebook sometimes, you would have, you know, 40 people having a conversation. You're sitting there looking at it, and one comment, you know, catches your eyes, and it may be you are a dumbass, and you're like, why the fuck did you just comment that? That stops everything. But then sometimes it's going so fast you can't keep up with it. You can't keep up with the chat, and there's no slow-mo on Facebook.
Sometimes.
There's no slow-mo.
Not lately for me, but yeah, sometimes.
There's no slow-mo on Facebook. They just started slow-mo
No.
Twitch, where you can activate it in chat. Used to, it had to be before. Now on Discord.
Is there not? I thought there was. Honestly, I thought they added one.
Yeah.
To Facebook. I'm gonna look right now, but I honestly I thought they added one to Facebook, and you know you might be right.
Well, I haven't streamed over there in almost a year and a half, so.
Yeah, let me just check. I think they did. I just want to check to make sure.
But.
Yeah. Yes, there is a slowdown.
Oh, there is a slowdown. Well, okay. Well.
Yep.
That makes a lot more sense to a streamer. Because it helps out. It pauses everything for 60 seconds, and it lets it trickle in.
Yeah, if there's a lot of people, I mean, if there's a lot of people coming in and chatting at once, it can be really difficult.
You know, and I'm one, and I'll say it like this: I'm one of the lucky ones. I've got an email, I want to say about 3 or 4 days back. And they started talking to my chatters about what they liked about me, and it's the responsiveness. You know, going.
Well, there you go. There's TC right there. And like I said, the last conversation that TC and I had.
Hey, TC.
The last conversation that TC and I had, right? And you can't say that this wasn't the last conversation that we had, TZ. We were both fucking at each other. You told me you were going to approach me, and I told you to fuck off, and that was the last time we talked, right?
No,
But if you now know, I think now that you've become a partner, you now know the bullshit in the wide range, in the way that we've all had to work and do things. How what we were doing back then didn't work for anybody. So I appreciate your respect. I wish you luck. And, you know, me, I kind of, like I said, I'm out of this. I'm trying to get out of this game. I got other shit to do now. I'm going to stream occasionally, but it ain't for me anymore.
well,
And that's sad.
I'll say it like this: I'm not trying to get anybody. I'm not trying to get anybody at anybody's, you know, head again. I'm just, you know, like I was saying.
That's old shit, though. That's old shit. I couldn't give a fuck if TC. If you came in here right now, like fuck you, I'd be like, whatever, dude. It's over.
Well, if he
We've
would,
already done it. It's over.
if he would have said, you know, to one of my guests, you know, hey, fuck you, I would have to definitely ban him from this stream.
No.
But
But he'd be right. But he'd be right to say "fuck you" to me, wouldn't he? Because
like I said,
or we did. But that's such old shit.
We-
It doesn't matter anymore.
we had a problem a long time too. I mean, but the thing is that me and TC has sat there and talked about it, and I respect TC for who he is, and you know, sometimes he, you know, he can get a little rowdy. So can I. I mean, but the thing is that you know, I agree with how TC is treating everybody today. I agree with it.
You know what, man? If you've grown, it's old
It
news.
is.
It's old news. That's exactly. And there's no other way to talk about it other than the fact that it's old news. It doesn't affect us anymore.
Well, yeah, it don't.
And it doesn't. That's the kind of shit that needs
It
to be
does.
dropped. I mean, am I ever gonna work or do anything? Probably not. But it doesn't really have to do with that. It just has to do with the fact that I can't be fucked anymore. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work for me anymore.
We all.
You made bad choices. So
We-
do I. Look at where I am now, dude. I streamed to 5 fucking people. I hired
we
the
all-
wrong people. I had the wrong people working with me. They were waiting to stab me in the back.
We all
the
made
time.
bad.
You know what I mean?
We all made bad choices, and we have all grown and matured. I mean, that's what I'm saying personally, is that we have all done that. And like I was saying, I went to TC's stream. I'm like, hey, what's up? And for 15 minutes, he was talking, you know, with me, not against me. I'm like,
Right.
is this TC? What the fuck happened to TC? You know, and I was expecting some type of, I mean, you know, come back, you know, get your story ass, you know, stuff like that. But it never went that way. And I'm glad that it didn't go that way because we, like I said, we've all grown. And TC said that same thing. We all grown and matured, and we've all made bad choices, but we've all learnt from our choices to get to where we're at. I mean,
Well, not all of us, but most of us, hopefully.
now, second part of Serve's question, do you stream full-time as a career, or do you balance it with a 40-hour work week?
I did. I did.
Liz.
Okay. What?
She says, I haven't grown, I shrunk about an inch. It's the American.
Oh my God, we have a baby coming in 4.5 weeks. That's all. You know, that's all I give a shit about right now. That's what
Exactly.
I'm thinking about more than anything. I streamed full time as a profession from 2018 to the beginning of 2022. I turned down my contract from Facebook Gaming because they weren't offering me the incentives that I required to exist as a full-time streamer. I took a job in November of 2021 knowing that this was kind of going the way because my special partner manager, he stopped returning messages, returning phone calls. I had this writing on the wall kind of feeling about how things were going. And this was a guy, I was his boy for the longest time. Josh would hit me up, hey, we need you to play fucking Mario here, and we need you to come host this here. And then he found a new guy, and then he you know, he's a terrible manager. He doesn't respond to anybody. And Josh, I mean, if you ever see this, I hope you know you're a fucking bag of trash. And you never worked with anybody the way you were supposed to. And every single one of your partners that you specially manage, including Uncaged Games, by the way, you didn't even tell him you didn't have a contract. You're a shitbag for that, by the way. including him, you should know that when you feel like your ass is against the wall, your back is against the wall, you should have a backup plan. Now I have a license. I'm a dental mechanic. I'm a dental maintenance mechanic. And moving to the town that I moved to in Maine wasn't a mistake. I knew there was a dental school near the town that I lived in. So what I did was I knew it was coming. We were just about to leave England to come back here, so I applied for a job as a maintenance mechanic at that university, and I got the job. And after I got let go from Facebook, a good friend of mine, Redacted, who used to work for Redacted Gaming, called me up and found out that they gave me a real bum deal. And I always tell him he offered me a pity job, but he didn't. And now I'm working both those jobs, and I'll be honest with you, I'm a lot happier. I'm a lot happier that my whole entire life doesn't revolve around having to manage a bunch of people that don't want to be managed, and that's on them. And I get to drive tractors and giant backhoes and work on dental equipment, and I don't get to see my kids as much as I did when I was a full-time streamer, but the time that I get with my wife and my kids is still super precious. Even though they're young and they drive you over the fucking wall sometimes, it's still great. And I honestly, to anybody who's trying to start now, I would say really think about what you're getting into, because the kind of sacrifice it takes to be a full-time streamer is unlike any other job. It's not a 40-hour week job, it's an all-the-time job. I'd wake up in the middle of the night to look for memes like at 2 a.m. because I still had to post memes, or if Nintendo's newest game was coming out, I had to make sure that I had that game before everybody else, or make sure I was streaming at midnight when things were released. And I missed, life celebrations that mean more to me as a person who loves his family, loves his wife, and loves his, parents, and wants to be around my brother when his daughter was born, things like that, where I missed because I was working, because I was at a Comic-Con at a booth sitting next to fucking, the gaming historian. And that's the kind of shit you need to realize. If you're gonna do this, you have to dedicate your life to it. You can't half-ass it. And that's why I'm glad that I'm cutting back on it, because I love my wife, and I love my kids, and I want to see my family more often. And I can't do that streaming 5 times a week.
No, I would say,
but I did it for 5 years.
I would say cut it down. I mean, to tell you the truth, I need to cut myself down because I stream 7 days a week from 7 to 9 most nights. I mean, and on Fridays and Saturdays, I take it to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, I need to slow down. But the thing is that to me, I've always been brought up to be the first one there and the last one out the door. So whenever I get down to one viewer, I'm like, well, maybe 20 minutes later, well, maybe an hour later, shit, let's go all night, man, let's go. That's the type of thing that I do. But yeah, there's some days where I get like totally burnt out, and I put on, I'm notorious about 5 minutes before a stream. Hey, look, no stream today. That whole thing.
The drive is different.
But
the drive becomes different as you get older.
Jeff, how old are you?
And I'm almost 40. I just turned 39.
I'm 2 years back behind you, dude. I'm 2 years back behind you. First of all, I want to say 2 things. before we get too far off the subject, TC, I do want to interview you.
Yes.
I do want to interview you. I want to go through our past. I want to go through the future for Retro Entertainment TV. I want to go and do like I'm doing for Facebook, or not Facebook, XBit Gaming. I do want to do that. I think there's a lot of people that misunderstand where where we came from, along with me and XBit. And I do want to, like I said, I do want to do an interview with you. Let's set up something. Number 2, you was talking about Facebook gaming and how they did not give you what you want to be a streamer at home all the time.
Right.
What was some of the wants or some of the stuff that they put in there in like the contract and stuff like that? That
I honestly.
it's an
can't
NDA?
that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's NDA.
I was just
It
wondering
sucks.
because
It sucks to say that there's only a couple people's contracts that are public. Mine isn't
I'm
one of them. Let's just say that they didn't make it so it'd be livable.
Oh, okay. I'll accept that. Thank you, TC. I will get in touch with you. If not on here, I've got you on my.
Yeah, if you want to pull me in on that too.
Oh yeah,
that'd
well,
be like the
we'll
fucking,
do it.
WCW versus WWF fucking feud of the '90s. We'd be happy to see that.
Exactly. I mean, we all sit there and talk about it and rehash some things and also bury it all to where, like I was saying, we're all mature, we're all getting over this. Let's push it out of the way and pave new ways for these younger people to come in and have their own way of getting it done. I mean, we're not pretty faces. Well, TC may be, but we're not.
No, not at all.
But
Yeah. So there's a lot that's happened, But I mean, I feel like I don't know. Did I drop a nice?
I mean, is it a pipe bomb enough for you? I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm like, to me, whenever I do interviews, I like to pick people's brains. I like to go and see what they see, do what they do, and be have some type of psychological, reasoning why that they're trying to either A, get out of it, or B, try to, do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
if you're on that grind, go. Do it, right?
I'll be honest, I've tried with Ricky, and he's literally been the most toxic I've seen on the platform. I've dealt with Ricky too. I mean, it's like what I was telling Jeff earlier, TC, that, I'll say, I'll come in, say hi, with all those eyes, and literally, how you doing, Chance Gamer? That's great that you're here. And then whenever I try to talk to him like I would y'all, I mean, Jeff and TC, I mean, instead of talking to me, he would ignore. Now, I mean,
I don't know, man, because I haven't had a real conversation with that guy in years. The last time he ever hit me up, he sent me a voice message, and he goes, "Hey, I need to talk to you because I feel like there's not a lot of people like us out there." And I was like, kind of vague book fucking voice message is that? And I was like, all right, dude, call me sometime. Never did, didn't care, didn't change my day.
Yeah,
it is. Some
some
are just about
some
the
are
money.
about the money. I've dealt with those people, and I'm like, how can you call yourself, streamers and stuff like that, and you're sitting here begging? You're not streamers. You're beggars. You should be on. You'd be the same person and be on the.
TC would be remiss, and so would you, if you said, when you see a nice donation come in, don't say it's not great, because it is. But let's be realistic about the whole thing. If you're streaming to get money, you're not in it for the right reason. You got to be in it to change something, whether it be somebody's life, whether it be your life, whether it be your family's life, whether it be the gaming community. If you're looking to make history in some way, but if it's money driven, you're not in it for the right reason. You're just not.
I pay my bills. I do what I'm supposed to do in life. For me, if I didn't get a dime, wouldn't make a difference. Okay? But
I'm happier streaming on Twitch to less people
exactly,
than I am on Facebook.
Exactly. Well, I have different reasons that I like Twitch better than I do Facebook, because Facebook actually locked me out of my account for 8 months. And we've had...
And how many robots did you have to talk to before you finally unlocked it? And that's my biggest qualm. Because they're like, you'd be like, hey, Facebook, I'm locked out of my
And I'm
account.
not the only... And I'm not the only one that had that happen.
I haven't been paid in 3 months.
It took them 4 years to send me my first check. 4 years. And
It's just not together. There's not enough people there to run it. It's not a legit company. They've got billions of dollars behind them, no focus, and nobody who can actually
it's no drive because
accomplish anything.
It
sucks, dude, because it was so promising. It really is.
But whenever you go...
I mean, like, when everything started, they gave me this stupid fucking chair. They gave me this chair. They gave it to me,
But whenever you go after the highest people, such as, let's say, Ronda Rousey, let's say all these other ones, they was trying to pull Ninja.
By the way, $4 million for, like, I think she had to do 14 streams in the year.
Oh wow, ooh.
That's it.
But I mean, well, that's the same thing TC just said. It's a mess. But the thing is that instead of putting money towards the streamers who need it, the lower streamers, such XBit, RETV, Transgamer Live, all these other ones, they made it.
Don't fuck with those reels, dude. It's gonna fall flat on its face. Just trust me on that one. PC just asked about what I would think about doing with the bonuses with the reels. They're not gonna pay you. I'm just straight up telling you, they don't have enough control. Reels is a different department. It's not a part of Meta's gaming department. So anything that you're trying to get into any of those programs, there's going to be mismatch, mistalk, and the only people who are going to end up getting paid are the ones that have high amounts of contracts, high pressure contracts with Facebook. If you're just a regular unpaid partner, I don't know if you're making a little bit more than unpaid, but when I say unpaid partner, I know if you're making less than 10 grand a month, the partners aren't even looked at. Your trees aren't looked at, things that they do, they're not looking at you. So if you're making less than that a month, via their, whatever it is, via advertisement, via MT, via compensation, via stars, whatever it is, if you're less than that, it's never gonna be looked at. And if you do make them money, you're never gonna see a penny of it, because it's two different departments and they're gonna do this the whole time. And they're never ever gonna give you the ability to get an answer from one or the other. So this is my opinion.
Well, I think they need to step up the partnership, just like they like Twitch has stepped up the affiliate program over here. The affiliate program over here is basically the partner that Facebook had.
Right. So there's two different types of partnerships at Facebook. One is you've been hunted by Facebook and grabbed, and the other one is you can sign up for it, and that gives you access to like advertisement and a couple other things. Even though Level Up has some access to that, there's two different types. Even though the word partnership is under partnership on each side, it's going to show up the same exact way. There's still two different types of partnerships, some that have a little bit more complex contracts than the boilerplate contracts that you would apply for.
Right. But I mean,
Right.
I mean, they need to change so much to.
They need to find partner managers, is what they need to do.
Well,
They need to find people who know how to manage, partners with talent, partners that put in time, effort, energy, partners that want to better the program, not fly by Ronda Rousey, fucking disgrace to professional wrestling and disgrace to fighting. They need to find people like some dude. They need to find some chick. They need to find people who don't have their tits out. They need to find people that aren't a gimmick. They need to find people who are talented at what they do. The only thing that I could see Facebook gaming going after over the next couple of years is PewDiePie or fucking Shroud.
Shroud said that.
You know, Pokemon.
Shroud and Pokemon said that they wasn't even gonna because I've sent them.
You put enough money in front of any of those people, and they will do it.
That's gonna be a lot of money because Shroud over here is making 14 mil.
If they offer him more, because that's what they did with Disguised Toast, they're like, hey, can we get you off of Twitch? What's it going to cost us? And probably double the contract that he had.
Right now they have third parties running the management. The real issue is with the platform notifications. Why aren't they going out to our followers? I can tell you exactly the reason why. Because they shut down the reach. They shut down.
So I can tell you that it's not specifically the reach, and I'm going to explain
Okay.
this. And I don't want to be a dingbat about it, but I think we should.
I'm glad that you're here, and I would love to have a part 2.
Because I feel like I'm not going to be able to get this all done right now. But let me explain. It's called an algorithmic handicap. Okay. So what happens now? Say you've subscribed. Say you have 22 pages you follow. Let's just do. Nah, you know what? Fuck, that's too much. It's getting complicated. Let's go with 5. Go with 5 pages you follow. First page uses this handicap of algorithm. 7 o'clock it goes live. Well, guess what? You've got your 1 notification. You got 1. Now the next page that goes live, you're not going to get it. Because there's a cooldown period between pages that you follow going live. They have to space it out because newsfeed is what controls the algorithm and not notification. So now they feel newsfeed, it's its own entity. Keep this in mind. Newsfeed believes that your launch of this first person who you got notified of, you haven't even clicked on it yet, but you got notified at 7 a.m. You're not up. Still dreaming of Genie. You know what I mean? You're not awake yet. But you missed the guy who went live at 9 when you are up on the toilet playing your car game. The next thing you know, your notification comes out at 12. Now that notification that comes out at 12 is giving you a cooldown period. That's a 4-hour cooldown period. Has been a 4-hour cooldown period for 3 years now. That's how it works. I think somebody sent. So what's this Obi-Wan thing? I'll just say, show me. I'm seeing all these things show.
Basically, that's Obi-Wan to come.
I don't know shit about
Obi-Wan to come on there. Hello there.
So you've got this cooldown period. Now you're getting your 12 o'clock. Well, guess what? I've got some super bad news for you. Unless you are at an 8-hour spread at your 12 o'clock, which means people are going live at 8:01, you're not going to see them. Because the algorithm has decided via your newsfeed intake that there have been too many notifications at over 3-hour lengths coming out to you to be seen. That is why notifications are broken. It's not Facebook gaming. I want to blame the shit out of them. I want to blame them all day.
But the thing is that I think what they should be is kind of like what Twitch is. Okay, I know that I miss some notifications on Twitch, but I can also think that it could be the cell phone, or it could be this, it could be that. But the thing is that, but
Be anything.
the thing is that they put everything out there. They put everything out there.
Facebook isn't going to put anything out there, and I'm going to tell you why Facebook doesn't put shit out there, and it has nothing to do with Facebook gaming. Facebook, fucking your aunt's lasagna that she put up on fucking Facebook 2 years ago.
They probably
They
did.
fucking sold information to a company that, yeah, they sold information to a company that controlled an election. It controlled the fucking election. And if anybody wants to, I mean, I don't fucking give a shit on the political side of it. I'm telling you the facts of the situation. They sold their shit to people who literally created advertisements of misinformation. Whatever side you believe, they sold it to these people, and the demographic that we target, specifically retro gaming communities, target, which would be, at the time, would have been ages like 28 to 36, 40, in that range. They were all like, fuck this, we out. And that's what happened. A giant group of that demographic was like, I'm not having my shit sold. Not happening. And they left. And that's what fucked Facebook gaming more than anything else. Is right as they were about to launch a concept, their company went tits up. And that was it.
Right. I mean,
That's
yeah.
it.
I mean, but I just wish that they would open it up to where it's like you're seeing every notification, because there was some parts, whenever I came back for that little stint and I was using Mob Crush to stream over here on Twitch and stuff like that, and I would be streaming to myself on Facebook, and I'm like, I've got 800, 900 people over on Facebook. Why in the fuck am I not getting out there? Why?
How do you think I feel when I'm streaming to 4 people, 259,000?
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Fucked up, dude.
it's like I have, and I look at my reach, and my reach is 20. I'm like, okay, what is the overall? 40.
I wonder what my reach was from last night. I'm super interested now, or the night before. I played fucking Fork Knife.
Right.
So I reached. Let's check the insights here. I reached 3,400 people and got myself 890 views on a Fortnite stream. That was a little bit, almost 2.5 hours.
Right. Well, anything over 2.5 hours, you're getting mad and wanting to throw the controller at Fortnite. So I mean, yeah.
Well, last night Liz and I got a duos win, so first one of the season.
Well, I've got a couple of duos, but it's just that most nights, whenever you play in Fortnite, it's like after 2 hours, you're wanting to throw the controller. You can even ask Dale if he's still in here.
Yeah, we're pretty burnt out after an hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't know the people who could fucking do it.
Not for no 8-9 hours.
6-hour streams. I see Call of Duty people playing Warzone for like 6-8 hours. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? How can you play the same game for that long? Again, why XBit's failing. Because I'm like, you know what? I want to play ActRaiser tonight. Nobody wants to fucking watch that. Except for me. Oh, I want to play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 tonight. Nobody wants to watch that either. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
It's weird.
It is weird. Some of this, I mean, yeah, we need to do a part 2. I mean, literally.
Yeah, let's do a part 2, man.
And we need to, yeah, Dale gets mad. There we go. About two hours in, he's either wanting to kill me or he's wanting to kill Fortnite. Because I'm one of those. I am a creator. I love to.
Yeah.
If I see I can go and he'll get in between two gas cans or gas tanks, and I'll shoot them. That's creating content for me. So hell yeah.
Liz will start playing Fortnite 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
Stomach hurts. She'll be fine.
Right.
She's like, I think the baby hates Fortnite.
Uh,
But yeah, well, let's talk about doing a part 2, and I'll see if I can get Babam to come and join us.
all
on
right.
that stream.
Hey, let's go ahead and finish this out real quick. Tell the world what you are doing and how they can see XBit.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, I get to do the.
Yeah, give yourself a shout out.
Yeah. I mean, go to the Shriners Hospital for Children and donate whatever money you can there. That's my shout out.
But where can they see you?
That's it. I don't give a fuck if you come and watch me play. My baby registry's on my stream, so if you want to look at that. Also, buy some of the candles. I want to buy one of your candles.
Hey, oh, you got.
Because I saw you got some. Yeah, I got.
Yeah, I set those up. You can.
We're candle people here. We're all about the candles. We love Yankee candles, but
Well, see, Yankee candles is paraffin wax, and I use soy wax, so way better.
better for
way
your
better.
lungs. Way better. Yeah, we there's Stonewall Kitchen uses the soy wax in theirs, and they smell very nice.
They do. They really do. I've burnt what I call Wild Rain. Wild Rain is a rain scent that has a lavender underlay, and it just, whenever I lit it, it took about 5 minutes, but it was very, very potent going through the house, and it smelled so good.
So that's the choice then. Honey, we're gonna get
Well,
Wild
I
Rain.
also have cactus that smells like cactus. Vanilla that smells like the vanilla icing on the cupcakes.
Oh, that might be a little too
Eh.
sweet for my tooth, because I eat the candles too.
Don't. I'm going to have to put a little piece of tape on the bottom of my candles now. Please do not eat. Not good for you.
Not gonna stop it.
But yeah,
Yeah, man.
I absolutely love making candles. I need to start getting in there and making more. Once I get me a steady place. Right now, I'm couch hopping, as y'all know, and I mean, whatever I can better the community with, I'm trying my best. So that's the most important thing. That's the reason why I'm trying to get like XBit in here, and I got Alley Dream before. We'll have TC. We'll have Martin Casals, Marty the Moth Martinez. We'll have.
God. You please tell Marty I said hi and to have him text me. He was like, I was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing some videos, right? I probably just turned him off the whole thing. I was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing some videos, the top 10 best wrestling games. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do? And I was like, would you be willing to, like, do moves on the video games? And he never responded. He probably looked at it and was like, this guy's a fucking mark. But, like, I played Apex with Marty for months. It was me and Scott Rubin fucking we would be playing Apex together. So,
I was playing Apex with him and stuff like that. And he still hasn't gotten back with me because we was supposed to play some Fall Guys. So, I mean, yeah, Marty's playing Fall Guys.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I mean, literally, like I said, I've known him since Colorado, so me and him go way back. There's another guy that's really funny, and his name is Danger Dean. Don't know whether you know him or not, but I mean, he is awesome. He's also over here on Twitch. He plays a lot of Fallout, so, or not Fallout, but no, Fortnite. So there we go. And if you don't know the new thing, you have to play several rounds of Fall Guys for Fortnite and stuff like that. So it's Quest. So I'm steadily doing that on and off stream. So yeah. Well,
All right, we had a bug.
A bug.
Got it. Yeah, sometimes they get in.
Anywho, like I said, we're gonna have to do a round 2. That way we can get TC in here, or if TC wants his own podcast, I don't know. We'll do a round 2. We'll do a round 2 where us 3 can get in here and have a talk about Facebook gaming and stuff like that, and then I'll get TC and we'll do one about retro entertainment, and like I said, we're gonna have Marty the Moth. Hopefully sometime or another we have Oprah. Okay, I'm being truthful here. Oprah. It's a joke, but I mean, hopefully.
What would I mean? How fucking rad would that be? You know?
Yeah, I'll be.
Like, I'm not a huge fan of the cunt, but like, she fucking definitely was great on the Chicago host show, because she was doing the same shit Jerry Springer was doing, and then finally she was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna fucking interview celebrities." But I mean, back in the day, Oprah Winfrey was.
Well,
like,
she was the first person that really went and helped out the LGBT community. Whenever Ellen got her show, and Ellen was inviting Oprah, and Oprah said yes, and she had backlash on her show because she was going over to Ellen. So I mean, that tells me right there that she's a strong supporter. But it's not necessarily that I'm going after. I compare Oprah because I've been watching some of her stuff called Sunday Soul, and she's asking deep conversation or deep questions in a conversation to these celebrities like Howard Stern would. I mean, literally bringing the hard questions and letting people think. Letting, kind of like sort of what we're doing here. Having that conversation.
I gotta say, I've been listening to Stern for years, but I'm about to cancel.
Well, Stern's.
I got my degree. I went to school, Florida State, Broadcasting Communications. I wanted to be an on-air personality like Howard Stern. And after years and years, it's changed so much.
It has changed.
It's become too serious. He took Amber Heard's side in the whole thing, and I just lost respect for him.
Well, I guess that's where some people lie. I mean, but for myself, I thought Johnny had some, damning evidence on Amber, and that's
Oh, and I'm not saying that he didn't play a part in it either. I'm just saying that one person, I'm not going to say guy or girl, one person went up and showed themselves as a flawed human being. The other person
Right.
didn't.
But yeah, I compare Oprah to Howard Stern, and I've always been told whenever I do something like this, I've always had that Howard Stern-esque type, hey, look, the questions, it gets you to thinking, and the answers rolling off to another question that just keeps the conversation rolling. And they, that's what my bread and butter was before, being a part of gaming and being a part of everything, is that I had people that was just there for the podcast and what I had to say and stuff like that. And, that's awesome that people still come in and want to see a person like me. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, anyway, let's do a round 2. I'll get with both of y'all and see what we can do on a round 2, especially scheduling wise, since I know that you got some stuff coming up.
But there's a baby coming up.
And we don't want to be in the middle of y'all having the baby, especially with you by phone. Scream.
What a podcast, huh?
Screaming, it's a girl, and stuff like that. Having the baby cry and being the first ones to.
How many people wait now? Do people do that?
I don't
anymore?
know.
We know the sex of the baby. Well, we know the identity of the baby at first.
But why don't y'all do a YouTube, or have it done by Reels, or have it done by like a short?
Baby, you want me to go live on Facebook? You're right on the fanny. We're gonna show the beauty. We're gonna show the beauty of childbirth. By the way, Fanny, in case you guys don't know, Fanny. It's funny, in England, the word fanny in America, right? The word fanny in America means bum, right? Because we have fanny packs. But the word fanny in England means vagina. And you know what they call fanny packs in England? They call them bum bags.
Wow.
Bum bags. We call them fanny packs here. They call them bum bags there. And it's your front bum and your back bum. It's fucking weird.
Well, anyway,
That's how I'm going to end this. I have to go now. There's no way I can top myself. That is the end.
Anyway, I'll see y'all, and we'll get this scheduled. Stay close to your DMs, and we'll get it going.
You know I'm good at that.
Once a day. Anyway.
All right, thanks for having me.
No problem. Hey guys, thanks to Jeff, thanks to everybody that came in, and basically, thanks to just everyone that showed up, especially TC, especially Jeff that still hasn't left. But anyway, I want to thank my sponsor, which is my candle company. Thank you. Thank you for helping this page grow. Thank you for everything. And without y'all, there's no me. There's no trans gamer. There's no nobody that that you would stream to, or have people who stream. We've had great laughs. We've had great everything. Alicia, thank you for the 10 bits. You are a legend. Arcade, you're up to 39 draws or entries. Thank you for the 200 bits. Thank you for the 10 bits. Lizzie, thank you for the follow. I mean, the thing goes on. And we are, yes, we are a small page, but with y'all's support, y'all's help, I'm looking at trying to make myself better, yourself better, the whole community better. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Let's go raid somebody. Let's see. Let's go raid. Ooh. I tell you what. I have a friend of mine, also a friend of XBit that we can raid. Let's raid Voxney. Like I said, much love to each and every one of y'all. I'm glad that y'all came in. There is going to be a part 2 to this raid or to this conversation. Let's go raid Voxney and show her some trans gamer love. And I will see you on the next episode.
In a 4G inverted dive with a MiG-28.
Yes, ma'am. Great, man. Real slick.
Because you ain't, there goes the storm. Oh yeah.
Just want to manage expectations.
I just eliminated Kyle. Oh damn, I'm down to 1 hit point.
We ain't gonna make it. And if we swim downstream, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Sorry, Al Bundy.
Oh, man. I'm a coming.
I just killed this side up.
I pistol up the bitch.
I just got my kill.
He's dead. Nice, Tom. Oh, yeah, boy. The people over here.
Shit.
On down. been killing people over here. Down. Yeah.
From what happened? Here it comes.